When I found the spa reservation in his jacket, I didn't cry. I started planning. Room 7, private couples suite, 8 p.m. tomorrow. He didn't know those numbers would make the news. I found the spa reservation confirmation in his jacket pocket while looking for his car keys. Room 7, private couples suite, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. I put it back exactly where I found it. The next morning, Marcus kissed my forehead before leaving for work. Don't wait up tonight, babe. Johnson needs me to close that Portland deal. Might be midnight before I'm home. I smiled, poured his coffee. Good luck with Johnson. He didn't even flinch at the lie. 20 minutes after he left, I was in my car heading to that spa, the Serenity Heights Wellness Resort. I'd driven past it 100 times, never once imagining I'd need to visit. The building sat on a hill overlooking the bay, all floor-to-ceiling windows and modern architecture. Expensive. The kind of place Marcus always said we couldn't afford. Apparently, we could afford it for someone. The lobby smelled like eucalyptus and lavender. A young woman at the desk looked up. Welcome to Serenity Heights. Do you have an appointment? I'm considering booking your couple's suite for an anniversary. Could I see room 7? Her smile brightened. Of course. Actually, that room is booked for tonight, but I can show you room 5. It's identical. Perfect. She led me down a corridor with soft lighting and bamboo floors. Room 5 had everything. A massive soaking tub, massage tables, mood lighting, and scattered everywhere, dozens of aromatherapy candles in glass holders. We provide the candles as part of the experience, she explained. Guests light them for ambience. Very romantic. I stared at those candles. My pulse started racing, but not from panic, from something else entirely. The candles, I said slowly. Do all the rooms have the same setup? Every private suite, same candles, same placement. We pride ourselves on consistency. I thanked her, drove home, sat in my kitchen for 3 hours thinking. Then I went to the hardware store. The teenager at the counter barely looked up when I bought 6 boxes of small fireworks, the kind that shoot sparks and make noise but won't actually burn the building down. Then to the craft store for emergency candle wax and wicks. Then home to my garage where I hadn't been in months. Not since Marcus started working late so often. It took me 4 hours, melting the wax, removing the original wicks, embedding the firework fuses inside, repouring the wax, making them look identical to the spa candles. My hands didn't shake once. At 6 p.m., I called the spa. Different voice at the desk this time. Hi, this is Sarah Chen. I booked room 7 for tonight, but I'm running late. Could I drop off some personal items beforehand? Special candles for the ambiance. A pause. We provide candles. Ma'am, I know, but these are imported from Thailand for the full, authentic experience. Well, I suppose that's fine, but we close our front desk at 7:30. I'll be there by 7. I was there at 6:55. The desk clerk barely glanced at my bag of candles. Room 7, right? I'll have housekeeping place these for you. Actually, could I do it myself? I'm very particular about the arrangement. Feng shui, you know. She hesitated, then shrugged. Fine. You have 15 minutes. Room 7 was empty. I worked fast, replaced every single spa candle with my special versions, put the original candles in my bag, arranged everything perfectly. At 7:12, I walked out. The clerk waved. All set. Perfect. My husband is going to love the surprise. I drove to the coffee shop across from the spa. Second floor window seat with a clear view of the building. Ordered a latte. I wouldn't drink. At 7:47, Marcus's BMW pulled into the parking lot. He got out first, checked his phone, smoothed his hair. Then she stepped out of the passenger side. Kelsey. My sister. My baby sister who I'd helped through college, who called me every Sunday, who came to our house for holidays and said grace at our table. She was wearing a red dress I'd never seen. Her hair was different. Everything about her was different. They walked in together, his hand on her lower back. I watched the lobby through my binoculars, saw them check in, saw them laugh at something, saw them disappear down that hallway toward room 7. My phone was already recording when I called the spa's main line. Serenity Heights, how may I help you? This is Linda Brennan. I'm parked outside and I just saw smoke coming from one of your upper windows. I think there might be a fire. I hung up before she could respond. 30 seconds later, I called 911. There's smoke coming from Serenity Heights Spa on Harborview. I think the building's on fire. The dispatcher asked questions. I gave answers. Hung up. Then I waited. At 8:23, The first sparks started. I could see them through the windows, small flashes of light from room 7. Then more. Then the sound started. Muffled but distinct. Pop, pop dash pop dash pop dot. The fire alarm went off for minutes. Later, people started running out of the building. Staff members, guests in robes, everyone confused and panicking that the fire trucks arrived at 8:31. 3 of them, sirens wailing. Then, police cars. Then, an ambulance. Marcus and Kelsey came out at 8:34. Both wrapped in white spa robes, both barefoot. Kelsey was crying. Marcus looked furious, trying to cover his face with his hand, but the news van had already arrived. I watched the reporter approach them, watched Marcus try to push past, watched Kelsey stumble, watched the camera capture everything. The paramedics made them sit on the curb, standard procedure for anyone inside during an alarm. The reporter kept filming. Other guests were being interviewed, talking about the explosions they'd heard. My phone buzzed. A text from Marcus. There was an incident at the office. I'm fine but might be even later. I didn't respond. At 9:15, the fire chief made a statement to the news crew. No actual fire. Appears to have been fireworks inside candles, in one of the private suites. We're investigating how they got there. The camera panned to Marcus and Kelsey, still sitting on that curb. The reporter's voice. The couple who were in the affected room have refused to comment. I drove home, made myself dinner, turned on the 10 o'clock news. There they were. Marcus Chen and Kelsey Morrison. The graphics at the bottom identified them as unidentified guests, but their faces filled the screen. Crystal clear. Marcus scowling, Kelsey with mascara running down her cheeks. In a bizarre incident at a local luxury spa, the anchor said, what was supposed to be a romantic evening turned into chaos when candles in a private suite were discovered to actually be fireworks. Cut to interview footage. A spa employee. We have no idea how those fireworks got into our candles. We're reviewing all our security footage. My phone started ringing at 10:07. Marcus, I let it go to voicemail. Babe, there was a crazy situation at this spa near the office. Some guy's prank got out of hand. I got caught up in it. I'm okay. Call me back. I deleted it. At 10:45, my phone rang again. Kelsey, this time, I answered. Linda, her voice was shaking. Did you see the news? I did. Silence. Long and heavy. It's not what it looked like, really. What did it look like, Kelsey? We were just... Marcus was helping me with something. For your birthday. A surprise. My birthday is in January. It's June. More silence. Are you going to tell him? She whispered. Tell him what? That you know. I let the question hang there. Listened to her breathing get faster. Here's what's going to happen, I said finally. Tomorrow morning, Marcus is going to come home and find divorce papers on the kitchen table. He's also going to find a flash drive with every text message you two have sent for the past 8 months. Yes, I recovered the deleted ones, and screenshots of tonight's news coverage, and photos I've had for weeks. Linda, please, I'm not finished. You're going to pack your things and move out of the apartment I co-signed for by Friday. If you're still there Saturday, I'm posting every text message on every social media platform we share. You can't. Your nursing license requires a morality clause. Want to test that? She started crying. Real sobs this time. 8 months, I said. You looked me in the eye at Easter and told me you were so grateful to have me as a sister. You were sleeping with my husband and planning some kind of birthday surprise in June. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It just happened. We didn't mean nothing. Just happens. Kelsey, you made choices. He made choices. Now I'm making mine. I hung up. Marcus came home at 11:30. I was in bed, lights off, pretending to sleep. I heard him pause in the doorway, heard him sigh, heard him go to the guest room. I didn't sleep, just stared at the ceiling, running through every memory of the past year, every late night, every business trip, every time Kelsey had come over and they'd been just slightly too careful about not looking at each other. At 6 a.m., I got up, printed the divorce papers I'd prepared last week, set them on the kitchen table with the flash drive, added one more thing. The original spa candles I'd replaced. Left a note. The real candles. Thought you might want to try again, but I'd recommend somewhere without security cameras. I packed a bag, called my friend Rachel. Can I stay with you for a few days? Of course. What happened? I'll tell you everything. But Rachel, it's going to be on the news again today. She paused. Did you do something illegal? Technically, no. Morally, I'm not sure I care. By 8 a.m., I was at Rachel's apartment. By 9 a.m., My phone was blowing up. Marcus, Kelsey, my mother, my coworker who'd seen the morning news replay. I turned it off. The next few days were a blur. Marcus tried to come to Rachel's. She told him to leave or she'd call the police. My mother demanded explanations I didn't give. Kelsey sent 37 text messages that I didn't read. The spa story kept running on the local news. Human interest piece about a prank gone wrong. Social media found Marcus's LinkedIn, then Kelsey's nursing program graduation photo. Then someone connected that they had the same last name as me. The internet did what the internet does. By Thursday, Marcus had hired a lawyer. So had I. By Friday, Kelsey had moved out of her apartment. To where? I didn't know, didn't care. By Saturday, Marcus was claiming emotional distress. Said I'd endangered lives. Said I'd destroyed his reputation. My lawyer's response: your client was having an affair with his wife's sister. In a public place, his reputation destroyed itself. The spa initially threatened to press charges. Then their lawyer pointed out that pursuing the case would mean admitting they had no security protocols for what guests brought into their rooms. They dropped it. Marcus's firm put him on leave. The Portland deal fell through. Something about the clients seeing him on the news and questioning his judgment and character. I filed for divorce on grounds of adultery, named Kelsey as the other party. My mother called it excessive. Said I should have handled it privately. Said families forgive. I told her she could forgive them all she wanted. I was done. The settlement took 3 months. Marcus tried to claim half my business. I owned a medical transcription company I'd built from nothing while he climbed his corporate ladder. My lawyer buried him in documentation. Every hour I'd worked while he worked late. Every client I'd secured while he was at conferences. Every dollar I'd earned that had nothing to do with him. He got nothing. The house sold. I moved to Portland, took my company remote, never looked back. Kelsey sent one final message 6 months later. I hope you're happy. You ruined everything. I didn't respond, but I thought about it. Was I happy? Not yet. But I wasn't broken. I wasn't playing the fool anymore. I wasn't lighting candles for people who'd burned my whole life down without thinking twice. And sometimes, late at night, I thought about those fireworks going off in room 7, the surprise on their faces, the news cameras, the absolute perfect timing of everything falling apart right when they thought they'd gotten away with it. I smiled then. Was I happy? Not yet, but I wasn't broken anymore. I'd stopped lighting candles for people who'd burned my life down without blinking. And sometimes, late at night, I think about room 7, the sparks, the smoke, the cameras, the night, everything exploded, just like the lies that built it. I smiled then, not happiness, not yet, but something that finally feels like peace. If betrayal ever burned you, what justice would you light in return? Tell me in the comments. Your story might help someone else tonight. Subscribe for more revenge stories, cheating husband karma, and poetic justice tales that remind you, truth always finds a way to shine.